The rig is relatively simplistic. When you look at this, it's actually just a jig or a light hook, 3 feet of fluorocarbon. Then you'll notice I have a barrel swivel here, and then I actually have 2 split shot, the float, a bead, and then you actually up on my line 25 feet into my reel right now is my bobber stop. But it's a pretty efficient system. I do know that, and I'm spooled with, this is 8-pound advanced mono. I like monofilament. I know that some guys like braid for this type of fishing, but I prefer mono for me. We'll see if we can get set back up here.
You know, one thing that you'll notice when you're corking for walleyes is that the bobber is a decent bit away from the boat, and then your line goes straight down to your lure. And what that does is actually creates like a natural L in your line. So when you see your bobber go down, you can't just drill the fish because there's gonna be a lot of slack in your line. So one thing that I like to do, one thing that I would advise would be to reel down, reel until you can feel the weight of the fish, and then just do a sweeping hook set. We're using relatively small hooks, and you don't need to drill them. It's not like you're jigging per se. So with that in mind, I like to use a rod that's a little bit longer, at least 7 foot personally, I think. Right now I'm using a 7 foot medium power fast action St. Croix Triumph rod. And for me, this is awesome. I could even go a little bit longer. I like to have length when I'm doing a big sweeping hook set like that.
When you're talking reels, we usually use a size 2500 or 2000. This is a LT Revros. This is actually a really moderately priced reel. But what it does have, it has a really tremendous drag. I really like these reels for this light line type fishing situations. But you can see it's got a really finite drag that you can really fine tune it, which is particularly important when you're fishing with light line. A lot of times we're fishing with 4, 6, 8-pound test, you know, 4 and 6 a lot. And that drag and the ability to adjust the drag to a pretty fine tolerance is really key. And you can hear that. I like to hear that. So when you're fighting the fish, you can tell how the drag is set and you can hear it. That's one thing that's really sort of nice.
On the drag end of things too, one thing that's really nice is the fact that right now we are using small little hooks, and what that actually means is that these fish can run around, jump and kick, and there's a very, very low chance that they're actually gonna throw this hook. So as long as your drag is set right, in theory, you should put the fish in the boat.
Whoop, I got one. There
you go.
Now that's fast. Whoa.
Yeah, it doesn't take too long, does it, sometimes?
No.
You just drop it on their head?
Yep.
You want a net, or?
I don't know yet. Whoa. That's one thing when you're fighting these fish up, you know, you can see that bobber stop actually have so much tension on it. It's actually sliding it down the line. So what that means, I'm gonna have to reset my bobber here, I think. Come here, buddy. It's a good one there. Nick, your float's gone.
Oh, no,
oh no, it's not. Oh, there it is. It's a nice one. There you go. Come here, buddy. Thank you, sir. Yeah.
Yep.
Ooh, you got pine cones in the net.
Yeah, well, I just kind of dug it out from the corners. So.
There you go. Oh boy, you can see how that little moon eye was perched directly in his snout. But that goes to show you how fast it is when you go find them. You drop that bait on them. It's a real move and groove system.